How are you? I did not come on live yesterday uh, because I had some work, okay. But I used to come on live every day, and I can't guarantee it in the future because I am very, very busy these days, okay. So these days I'm thinking about a lot of things, and I've been sharing a lot of things for the past few days. And if you are following my videos, you know that, right? So today I thought of explaining my journey with Isha Foundation. Okay, it makes me laugh when I say that name. Okay, so how did I meet this guy who calls himself a Sadguru? I won't call him a Sadguru. Okay, he calls himself a Sadguru, and I was very, very addicted to his videos, his speeches, his books, and everything else about Isha Foundation. So I want to give you a glimpse. Maybe I don't know if I have talked about this before. I really want to talk about my experience with Isha Foundation alone. So the first thing is this: how did I come across this person? Even Jaggi was there. I think it was it was 2003 or 2004. It has been just 1 year or 6 months. 1 year or 6 months. You know, just before seeing this Jaggi Vasudev, okay, I saw him personally, not personally, okay, publicly, like I was one among the crowd, okay. Before that, I was introduced to Osho's books, okay. So I read Osho's books, a lot of books. I was addicted to Osho's books, okay. I was reading his books again and again and again. There are lots and lots of books in the library which you could get access to, okay. So I really wanted to meet somebody, okay, or get guidance from somebody who's like Osho these days, right? At this point of time, I saw a lot of one day that I saw a lot of posters everywhere, ads everywhere. It was, I think it was maybe 2003 or yeah, maybe 2003, okay, or even 2002, I don't know. So the title was Encounter the Enlightened, okay, and there is a picture of Jaggi Vasudev, okay, Gojo Satoru, hello. So there was a picture of Jaggi Vasudev and it is Encounter the Enlightened. Well, first of all, when I saw the word enlightened and when I saw the picture of the Jaggi Vasudev who is exactly, having a beard like Osho and everything, I got convinced, okay, I should definitely go and see this, okay, because this announcement was about a satsang which is going to happen in Marina Beach. So um, during those days, I was I was studying. Okay, I was a student, so I did not have much money, but I really decided to attend the satsang because for me, I was a seeker. I was very, 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 I really wanted a guru. Okay, that was my situation. I really wanted a guru in my life. And after reading the books of Osho, okay, the transcripts of Osho's talks, which are published as books, I really regret it because Osho is not alive right now. So who is going to help me? Who is going to answer my questions, personal questions, right? So I was very, very, I don't know. I had a longing, okay, to see somebody, okay, somebody which appears just like Osho, okay. And this Jaggi was they made a impression, okay, okay. This guy is like Osho, and I decided to attend the talk. I also attended the talk in Marina Beach in Chennai, and I was impressed. Okay, he was talking exactly like Osho. In many ways, like, oh my man, there is another guy like Osho, because Osho for me was like it was a totally different. I have been reading spiritual books and I have been reading religious books all my life, okay, until my 18th year, right? So I was aware of Basically, I was not I was not an expert, but I was a student. I had enough exposure to everything Rig Veda, you name it. Okay, if you name anything about Hinduism that you are aware of, I was aware of that as well. Okay, that is exactly how my condition was, and my for me, Osho appealed to me a lot. Okay, that is why I was searching for somebody like Osho. Okay, those were golden days. Okay, even reading Osho's books, and even Jaggi Vasudev's days were golden days. I will let you know why. Okay, it doesn't mean that he is genuine. Okay, but I will let you know. Okay, because those things come from Osho. Okay, because I saw Jaggi as another Osho. Maybe there is another new Osho that who can help me. That is how I saw him. So, in that satsang, he was answering all those questions. Sometimes we were also asked, okay, you can write your questions in the slip. Okay, we were given a piece of papers. Whatever questions you have, you can write it down. And I was very very eager, right? Very very desperate. I'm a young guy who's a spiritual seeker, who's longing for a spiritual experience, right? And by this time I had already went through some spiritual experience. By the way, I have to tell you about this, which I have talked about this a lot before. Okay, um, I forget the years. Okay, because whether it is 2000, but I had mentioned it very clearly in my book. Okay, I just keep forgetting the years, but that is not a problem anyway. Okay, but I know one thing. Okay, only after getting this first glimpse of spiritual experience, I got to meet the guy, Sadguru Jaggi Vasdev. Chi, Jaggi Vasdev. There is a question. Some people on here were commenting yesterday that Sadguru is using black magic. Is that really true? Have you ever seen anything like this person in Asia? First of all, I don't even know what black magic is. Okay, I mean, I know by what I heard, what I read. Okay, but I don't even know if black magic is true. Okay, we don't have any enough. We don't even have enough evidence. If you tell me that Sadguru Cheki Vastev is using black magic, it somehow makes him as a well-informed man, somebody who knows about magic. Okay, at this point I doubt it. Okay, he might be an evil person, he might be a negative person, but first of all, my question is: does black magic exists? Okay, if it does exist, I don't really know. See, I don't think first of all, I never thought that Sadguru Jaggi. Sadguru, man, don't call him a Sadguru, okay? This idiot Jaggi was the moron who destroyed the intelligence of my country, my religion called Hinduism, because I'm a devotee of Hinduism, because this is the way to talk, I know. Because otherwise they will call, I'm an anti Hindu. Jaggi was there, was doing a lot of for Hinduism. What the fuck, man? You know, these young people today, they don't know anything about Hinduism, okay? They don't even know who is saving Hinduism and who is destroying it, okay? What is Hinduism in the first place? I don't want to go into that topic, okay? Let us get back to the topic, okay? No, he is Jaggi Vastev does not is not using black magic. I think Jaggi Vastev is not using black magic because it is not black magic. He is using your own mind. He is using your own weaknesses. Okay, but probably I might be wrong. Because I don't want to accuse him too much. Okay, because if you start to say a lot of things which doesn't appeal to a logical, rational mind, then people will dismiss it. And I know, especially Jaggi Vasudev's followers will dismiss it because Jaggi Vasudev is always about there is something that is beyond logic. You see, you see that is exactly how he will react, right? So anyway, let us forget the subject. Okay. So I was talking about meeting. I mean, seeing him in this satsang at Marina Beach, right? And I was totally impressed. I have to tell you, okay. And I think these questions were, these slips were just passed on for namesake, just to convince the audience, okay. What what makes you to think that he's really answering the questions from these slips. Okay, everything is pre-programmed. Maybe I know because I have traveled in this path for so many years. Okay, whether you accept me as an awakened person or not is not something that I care. Okay, because that is my private business. I know what I went through, and I don't have any inclination to prove that to other people. I documented what I went through in a very honest way in my books. Okay, but what difference will it make if somebody says, okay, you're not awakened, you are not in non